Hi everyone, my name's Hannah and I'm the trainer and assessor here at St Nicholas Pathways. During high school, I loved doing lots of different subjects at school. I didn't really know what I wanted to be at that time. In year 10, we had the option to choose our year 11 and 12 subjects. So I had a big think about it and talked to my careers advisor, and at the time they were doing TVET courses. So that was great for me because ideally I didn't want to get an ATAR at the end of my schooling. I was more inclined to get certificates out of my HSC. So I chose two main subjects at school, and then the rest of my courses were all TVET courses, and that was ranging from retail, hospitality, radio broadcasting, communications and media, all different ones, nothing to do with childcare. And yeah, so once I finished year 12 and had a big think about what I wanted to do, I used some of those certificates to get a job. So I was working full-time in retail as a manager at Lorna Jane, and I really loved working in retail, and on the side of that as well I was doing hospitality work at night time in fine dining restaurants, and from all my different career opportunities I was able to learn so much from each one. Eventually I was thinking about different things I could do. I went into a diploma of communications and media for a year, and I loved all the practical side of that, but that would have entailed me to move to Sydney to really get a job out of that at the time. So I wanted to stay here in Newcastle, so I continued working with my other certificates, and eventually my role started bringing lots of mothers in with children and everything like that. So I saw myself, you know, getting down to the children's level and talking to the parents, and I was getting a lot of feedback saying how natural I was with the children, and that's when I really had to think about, oh, how can I get into teaching? And that's when one of my friends recommended to do some voluntary work at a preschool. So I went into the preschool environment and loved it on my first day, and straight away it got me looking in the newspaper for traineeships in early childhood, and got a traineeship and started doing that full-time to get my Certificate 3 in early education. Once I got my Certificate 3, I was kept on as a Certificate 3 educator, which then I begged and begged to do my diploma straight away because I just wanted to learn more and more, and they were able to put me through as a diploma trainee, which was great to learn the hands-on experience and still working full-time as well. So once I finished that after the year, I was moved up as a room leader from an assistant educator, and I was able to run my room, learning the program, working as a team, and then from there I ended up moving to a new service and stepping into a higher role as a manager. So throughout my career, not only just in early childhood, but throughout all my different careers I've had, the biggest thing is communication and teamwork. No matter what industry you're in, I feel like that's the biggest thing I've had to learn. And starting from a young age as well, I've been a dancer, I've had to work as a team with different routines. So I've been able to bring that knowledge into the work environment, no matter what industry it was. So that's a big thing I've learned, and throughout each stage of my career, I've been able to use that and guide the team with using those skills as well. From being a manager for 5 years, I was able to learn many different skills as working in a team environment, working with many different ages as well, not just with the children, but starting with a 16, 17-year-old trainee to I think we had a 60-year-old educator as well. So we had a different variety of all ages, and yeah, you had to learn so many different skills to build the environment and the culture around the service. So I learned a lot from that, and I did see myself at the time spending a lot of time with our trainees working towards their Certificate 3 and diploma, and I was mentoring them and guiding them through their traineeship and assisting them with their studies as well. So that really led me into the way of being a trainer and assessor, and it didn't just come easy. I had to work really hard. So I was working full-time still as a manager, and on the side I was studying full-time with my training and assessment Certificate 4. So that eventually led me into a role with International Childcare College as a marker, which I still do today on the side as a casual worker, and that kind of led me into training and assessing, understanding the training package behind early childhood and what's expected, and once I got a little bit of experience there, then I eventually moved into a full-time trainer and assessor role here at St Nicholas Pathways. My passion right now is leading and guiding our new trainees and SBATs into the early childhood industry. Those trainees and SBATs are our future generation educators, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. I feel like I've just got a lot of enthusiasm and experience to teach all those future generation students, and it's a really great opportunity for Year 10 students all the way to any age to start thinking about a career in early childhood, and St. Nicholas Pathways is the right way to go. We have beautiful environments here to teach you hands-on learning experiences, and like I said before, even if it's not for you, you do learn so much from just being in a team environment, communication, and just bonding with other people.